We go to the last of the ninth inning. 3-1 San Francisco, and the submarining right-hander Tyler Rogers in to face Brandon Nimmo. First pitch bounced off the glove of Rogers, and Nimmo will beat this out for an infield hit. Well, Rogers couldn't jump as high as Adrian Hauser did in the top of the inning, and the Mets will get the tying run to bat in the bottom of the ninth.
I would recommend any ball hit soft over your head. If you're a pitcher, you have to let it go, because the middle infielders have that middle. But he's so tall that he probably thought it was going to be an easy play.
So now J.D. Martinez will step to the plate as the tying run. J.D.'s gone 0 for 3 today. Rogers bidding for his second save of the year. And J.D. takes one the other way for a base hit. Nimmo pulls in at second, and the Mets have the tying runs aboard. First two pitches thrown by Tyler Rogers. Nimmo and Martinez both in attack mode, and the Mets have two men on.
Well, they don't want to get to that curveball that rises, or breaking ball that rises. Both got two fastballs, two base hits now. Martinez going to right field as well as anyone in the game.
Starling Marte will run for Martinez, carrying the tying run at first. DJ Stewart will be the batter. DJ's 0 for 3 today, retired on a line drive his last time up. Chapman playing a step in at third as though he's expecting the possibility of a bunt. And Stewart gets that slider up and in for ball one. That upshoot slider that Tyler Rogers faces can be confounding because you never see that pitch from that angle. Lowest release point in the game by far. And a fastball fouled back, and it's 1-1.
Got a fastball that sinks. He's got an upshoot curveball, breaking ball, and he throws harder than you think.
Rogers has 19 saves in his major league career. 13 of those came in 2021 when he was closing regularly. And that slider's up and in. 2 balls and a strike.
Interesting configuration in the outfield. Look at Yastrzemski playing way to pull. That gives DJ Stewart a big hole in right center. Left center as well because of Ramos hugging the line.
I mean, really, that's about as widespread as you're ever going to see your outfielders play. They're clearly taking the lines away and giving Stewart the gaps. Now Rogers behind 3-1. Jeff McNeil on deck. And Stewart rockets one out to right field. Yastrzemski moving over, and he makes the catch. Tagging at second is Nimmo, but he'll stay put. So Stewart hit it fairly hard, but that's the first out of the inning.
Just ran up the bat enough to stop the power of Stewart hitting that further.
So now it's Jeff McNeil. Jeff's had some luck against Rogers. 2 hits and 6 career at bats. Jeff has a double in 3 trips today. He hit one to the fence in right field for a double back in the 5th.
I mean, just unbelievable. His head is at a 90-degree angle from his torso, and he's scraping those knuckles on the ground as he delivers the pitch. His
average release point is 1.1 foot off the ground, which is a 1.5 feet lower than any other pitcher in baseball. So nobody gets to see pitches coming from this angle except when they face Rogers.
Quisenberry to Colby in the 70s and 80s.
Nimmo at second. Martz had the tying run at first with 1 out, last of the 9th. And McNeil takes a slider that just missed low. Ball 1. And that one catches the inside corner of fastball. 1-1.
The motion again. Just drops his torso, and then the arm follows.
1-1 to McNeil. And Jeff gets a fastball, lines it down the left field side, but foul. Hit it hard the other way, and Nimmo was around third base when it landed.
You can see why Jeff has had some success. He's one of the few hitters that hits that breaking ball upshoot the other way.
Mets have had some success against Rogers. His lifetime ERA against the Mets is 10.03. Harrison Bader on deck. And McNeil is hit. That one got him on the right hand, and that hurt, but it loads up the bases.
They're going to check to see if it hit the knob of the bat or any part of the bat. The Giants
immediately came up shaking his right hand and clearly got his knuckles. So now the Mets have the tying run at second and the potential winning run at first. Bases loaded, 1 out with Harrison Bader at the plate. He's been the Mets' best with the bases loaded this year. And he drives one out to right. Coming toward the line is Yastrzemski, and he reaches out over the sidewall, and it's out of play.
Well, not only has Bader been great with the bases loaded, he's come up with some magic in the late innings.
It's his career with the bases loaded. He's 3 for 9 this year. The team as a whole is hitting 160 with the bases loaded. He's been the one guy who has thrived in these situations. Nimmo at third, Marte at second, McNeil at first. And Bader takes a slider off the plate. A ball and a strike. Robin Ventura, who was a great hitter with the bases loaded, always said whenever the bases were loaded, the pitcher was in trouble. I was not in trouble. And Bader lines one, base hit down the left field line. Nimmo is in. Here comes Marte. He will score. McNeil will be held at third. It's a tying double for Harrison Bader. It's 3-3 in the ninth.
Harrison has done it all year long. Why would you expect anything different? He has taken his best at-bats with the games on the line after the 8th inning. This time swatted at this rising breaking ball, just got it off the end of the bat and flipped the topspin lob over the head of Chapman at third base. Speed there of Nimmo, and Marte ties the game easily.
Now the Giants are going to walk Brett Beatty intentionally to fill the bases, and that will bring up Omar Narvaez with the bases loaded and 1 out, with the winning run standing at third base. Narvaez will be batting for the first time in the game. Omar is looking for his first home hit of the season. He's gone 0 for 27 at Citi Field.
What a time to get one.
He came in the game after Tomas Nido left for a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. So it's his first at bat of the game. If you're the Giants, where do you play your infield? Do you risk thinking about a double play?
I would play my infielders back, not on the grass. I would play them back a couple of steps.
The outfield is way too deep. They need to move in. Narvaez punches one foul. I mean, a fly ball wins the game, and the outfielders are all playing way too deep for the situation.
Especially with 1 out. 2 outs, you can maybe see it, but with 1 out, no.
You're risking the bloop that falls in. And Narvaez punches one, base hit, and the Mets win it! Omar Narvaez, his first home hit of the year, and it's a game winner! He waited 2 months to get his first base hit at Citi Field, and Omar Narvaez makes the first one a huge one as he drives in the winning run in the bottom of the 9th And the Mets snap this odious 5-game losing streak as they rally to beat the Giants 4-3.
Well, as they spent the first 2 days of this series watching the Giants come back on them, they show some magic here and some grit and toughness on the last game of this series, coming back with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th to get themselves a victory here against the Giants.
Third walk-off RBI of Narvaez's career, his first as a Met. His last one came in 2019. The Mets may not have won a lot of games this year, but they have their share of walk-offs, 5 of them now, as Narvaez provides the winning blow.
Looked like a little breaking ball inside, not that big upshoot, and he got it. He was jammed, but strong enough to just flip it over the head of the shortstop who was playing in, Brett Wisely. Wouldn't have made that play anyways. Perfectly placed, and the Mets needed some of that magic. Way to go.
McNeil comes home with the winning run. The Mets played 3 in the 9th. Bader drives on a pair to tie it, and then Narvaez with the game-winning hit. After going 0 for 27 at home this year, Narvaez with the big blow to get the Mets over the top and get them the finale of this series. And Omar Narvaez is standing by with Steve Gelb. Steve?
Thanks so much. I'm actually here with Omar Narvaez and Harrison Bader, the 2 heroes of that final inning. Just got yourself the broken bat as a souvenir, and then Omar, 3rd career walk-off hit, first with the Mets. Especially given what you guys have been going through, what's that moment like when you see that one go through?
I mean, especially like this is my first hit on this stadium, so it is great, you know, trying to get one pitch to hit and hopefully hit it over the infielders.
Well, Omar, I'm going to let you go over and talk to the radio side, and I'm going to continue on with Harrison Bader. And Harrison, Mets wouldn't have been in that spot to win it if not for you. You have been clutch all season long. Just take us through what you go through in the box in those big moments that's allowed you to be that successful.
You know, I don't get into those positions without my teammates putting together good at-bats there toward the very end. You know, I credit all of them to give me that opportunity to just come through, but you know, he's in that position for a reason as a pitcher. He's got really good stuff, so just think small and get the barrel to it and let the rest happen.
Anything in particular that's different when you're facing a guy like Rogers who comes at you from such a strange angle?
Yeah, you just got to think smaller. You know, just got to keep it simple. Just get the barrel to it, like I said. You know, just think really small.
Finally, Harrison, I say that the team wouldn't have been in this spot without that big hit, but they probably wouldn't have been in that spot without that big catch either that you made in the 6th inning. And you make robbing home runs look so easy, but I know it isn't. So what technically goes into it to make that play happen the way you did?
Just timing. You know, I know some history with Chapman. I know what kind of hitter he is. I was playing a little deeper because of how good of a bat he swings. So gave me a little bit more time on the back end to kind of make that jump. But yeah, I think I just got lucky on that one. I'm just happy it worked out for us.
Harrison Bader, congrats on the win. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Harrison. Harrison Bader doing it with his bat and doing it with his glove. Here's the game summary brought to you by Stop and Shop. If ever a team needed that kind of a win, the Mets needed it. Adrian Hauser kept them in the game with 4 innings of 1-run relief. The Mets don't have a chance without Hauser doing that, and then Bader and Narvaez with the big hits.
You know, Gary, what I find interesting is that the Mets, through this losing streak, have played some really good parts of games. They haven't played a complete game. And to have this finished today really, I think, means a lot in the sense that they've gotten through the first 50 games of the season. The next 50 is going to determine what kind of season they have. Why can't they get on a roll like the Giants or the Cleveland Guardians or others teams? There's enough talent there to get the job done, and they got it done today.
They've been playing close games almost every day, and today they had enough to get over the top and beat a hot team as they defeated the Giants with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning as the Mets win the finale of the series. They're now 13-5 in series finales this year. Narvaez the hero. Mets win it 4-3. We'll come back with more from Citi Field in just a moment.